So many of you have asked me, how do I break down swings? I don't know if you've seen already, but you probably have. If you're here, you've seen that I broke down swings from Christian Yelich, Barry Bonds, Fernando Tatis Jr., Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, Jorge Polanco. So many players that I broke down at the MLB level, and I'm going to continue breaking down more swings. But I also would break down my swing, and it helped me to get out of slumps. It helped me to be more consistent. It helped me to drive balls, and that's what I'm going to share with you. I'm also going to share with you what I do in person when I do one-on-one lessons with players and how I break things down, and then also when I'm doing online coaching. So you're going to get all of this from A to Z, and I'm going to walk you through it, and it's going to be like a course. And I believe it's going to be something pretty cool that you're going to enjoy. So definitely watch all the way into the end. And I do have to say something. This will be a limited edition course. I'm not going to have this out forever. I'm going to actually take it down after a while. So definitely watch this. If you need to share this, if you need to take notes, do it. I'm going to take this down and put it inside my group so that, you know, people that are really loyal and want to learn to improve so they can be successful, I'm going to have it for them. So, I really appreciate you. If you like, share, just, you know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and watch all the way into the end. That's very important because you're going to learn a lot. All right, so enough talking. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so what you're seeing right here is what I use to break down my hitters in person and online. I've created this, and it's something that's really helped me to help players, because now I can give them a visual representation of what they need to do to get better. And it helps me to track the things that we're doing every single week to get better. So it's something that I'll highly recommend, and I might give this away. If you're interested, comment below, let me know, and then I can give this out to you guys so you guys can start using it to break down your own swing. Okay, so what we have here is, and let me just run through it real quick. I have, you know, if he's a right-handed hitter, if he's a left-handed hitter, or her, she's a right-handed hitter or left-handed hitter, and I rate their balance. Balance is the most important thing. That's what we're going to be talking about here. And then from there, we go to the swing plane, and I rate their swing, what type of swing they have. And I talk about their extension, and I go through a whole process of, are their head moving too much? Do they have strike zone awareness? How are their mechanics? What's their bat speed? And I rate everything. And this allows me to help them get the best results when they're hitting. And it's something I wish I had when I was playing, but you know, I wasn't even thinking that much. I was doing it in my head. I didn't have a visual of it. And sometimes you need a visual. So I always do this, and I record a video of them so I can go back and check it and say, okay, let me look at it slow-mo and see, am I seeing the same things? And this, I'm telling you, this will help you out a ton. Okay, so the first place I start is the base. And I know you've heard it from me in multiple swing breakdowns, and some people are a little confused, and I'm probably going to make a video explaining more about the base. But just to give you a little bit of what I'm talking about, is the base is the most important part of your swing. It's your balance. It's in the simplified version of hitting, a pitcher is trying to get you off balance, and the hitter is trying to maintain his balance. If you look at any successful hitter, those guys are balanced. They're either 50-50 or they are 60-40, with 60% being on their backside, 40% being on their front side, and most power hitters are usually 60-40. And this is what makes a hitter successful. Getting into this position, that launch position, actually is this position right here that you see with this pitcher. So if they can stay in this position, then, or get to this position and maintain it, you're going to hit. It's simple as that. So that's the thing. Maybe your swing isn't like above average swing, but you're going to hit. And that's what's really important. So you'll see with a lot of young hitters, they'll be 30 here and 70 here. And so if you're 70, if 70% of all if all your weight is on your front side, what do you think your swing's going to do? Your swing's going to go straight down. And so they're hitting ground balls and they're popping the ball up. So we really want to think about our base, and that's the first thing I look at. That's the reason why I have number one. I'm looking at their lower half and how consistent can they get themselves in that good position. Now, if they have it 50-50, but it's like 1 out of 4 times, then they're going to be an inconsistent hitter. So you want to see how often you can get into this position right here, a balanced position, 60-40. I mean, and you know, as a hitter, and if you're a parent watching this, I'll speak for both of you, but as a hitter, I could tell if I'm locked in just by the way I take a pitch. Now, if I take a pitch and I'm balanced, it's like, oh, I got this guy, I'm about to crush him. But if you take a pitch and you're jumping out of your lower half, you're going to your front side a lot, then you know, oh man, this might be a battle of bats. So as a parent, you're looking at your kid, look at their lower half, see if they're jumping forward on that front side, or are they soft on the front foot. Now, if they're soft on it and they're balanced, they're going to hit. I mean, think about when your kid was going successful, like very, very successful, when they were hot, when they were driving the ball. I know you have video. Look at the video. Look how they get themselves in that balanced position. And what you're going to see is that, or the launch position, I should say. Look how they get themselves in the launch position. And what you will see is that they are super balanced and they're getting to a great position so that they can be successful. And that's what we want to try to focus on. And that's the reason why, you know, you hear me say things in my swing breakdowns about the leg kick, because the high leg kick, it's harder to maintain to get to that position. The people that can do it, you know, more power to them. These guys hit for, you know, high power and they're freaks. But you see, that's why at like younger levels, they say get the foot down early, because they're trying to get them in a good base where they're not moving too much. So that's something that you want to, you know, take into account. It's something that's super important to hitting, is balance. Again, at the simplified version of hitting, a pitcher is trying to get you off balance and a hitter is trying to maintain his balance. And the person that could be that can maintain his balance is going to be the most successful hitter. Now, you can add the different swing types and all that stuff in there, but we're just talking about hitability, and the person that is getting in the right position as consistent as possible, that person is going to hit. That person is going to be an animal. And I learned this from Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds always talked about the base, and he says his whole deal was trying to stay in a phone booth. So he would literally try to feel like he was stuck in a phone booth where he wasn't moving too much, and that kept his head still. That kept him. That allowed him to see the ball better. That got his swing to get on plane to drive the ball, and he was always in a balanced position, a strong position that allowed him to be successful. So this isn't something I'm just making up. It's something that a lot of great players have taught me, and it's something that I'm sharing with you as well. And just to make another point and to show you what I'm talking about, like your balance, your base right here. Let me clean this up a little bit. So your base is like a foundation of a home. And if it's unstable, the whole house crumbles down. So we want to have a stable foundation to make our home strong, and steady. So our base is what happened. Our base needs to be strong to make everything else work. So I'm going to give you some examples right now. So some of you probably already seen the video where I break down a player that I worked with. His name is Mike, and this is Mike right here. And when we first started hitting, there was a lot of things going on with this swing that was, incorrect. But, over a course of time, working on things slowly but surely, he's gotten a way better swing where now he's driving the ball and he's consistent. And, he's one of those hitters that went from like the 8 or 9 hole to being the 3 and 4 hole hitter. And so what we, did was we worked on his base. And that's really what it comes down to. And I'll show you. So here, when we first started, he had the little leg kick. And he would drift. Look how much his head is moving. He's drifting so much forward. And then, he gets in a decent place right here, but then he keeps pushing forward with his lower half. And then look at, he's 60-40 with his lower half, 60 being over here with his on his front side and 40 over here. It could be 70 here and 30 here. But obviously his swing wasn't good, but that's another cursor of what his swing was doing. Since he's moving so much on his front side, his swing gets real choppy. And now you just pop balls up and hit a lot of grounders. Now, if he was on his backside, he would have caught this ball deeper and he would have hit it more of a level uppercut type swing because he has 60% here and 40% here, or 50-50 been more of a level type swing. So that's something that I see in a lot of young hitters, and there wasn't many good things going on with this swing, as you guys can see. But this shows what a lot of young players do, and this is why they're getting that type of result of pop-ups and ground balls, and they're getting, basically left behind and not able to play, not hit. And his base is the most. Base was the reason. Put himself in a bad position, and then from there, everything else doesn't work. So that's that. Let's look at MLB players. So now we're going to be talking about my swing real quick. I just wanted to show this. And this count, it was 3-1, and I knew I was going to rock this guy. The reason why is because I was on my backside and I felt stable and my base was strong. And so I'm just going to let it play, and then I think there's a side view of this, so we'll be able to see what's going on.
Bats. That ball is hit very well to left field as well, and Ash not giving a whole lot of effort for that one. No need to. Jermaine Curtis has just hit the second solo home run of the inning for the Louisville Bats, and they now take a quick 2-0 lead here in the top of the first inning.
Swag.
Louisville has been a team that has really thrived on the road. 16-9 on the road, 9-13 at home, and they've done it with power. This team has now hit 20.
Okay, so as you can see right here, I'm in, my lower half. I like to be on top of the plate. It allowed me to drive the ball, but that's another video that I'll have to do. And I know you guys been asking about it, and I will get to it. Talking about how to, drive the ball, hit a little bit more homers. So staying on the backside right here, and then, I get ready, and then as I'm here, I'm getting into a position. My leg kick isn't too high. Actually, it's basically non-existent. It's like a mid to low leg kick. And then look how my lower half, I'm pretty much right there. My heels aren't really on the ground yet. They're getting there, but I'm in a balanced position and a strong position right here. And then boom, now I start rotating, and then boom, I get through to it, and my lower half is strong and allows me to get to the ball out front and drive this ball right here. Lower half, I'm on my backside and I'm ready to drive the ball, and I stayed through it, and boom. Now it's, now it's just watch it, and you got it. So that's just something I wanted to, show, and we'll show some other players as well. So I don't want to make this video too long, but I do want to show you about a strong base, and why not use the best hitter of all time. And if you can see right here, his base, and look where his head's at. His head's not moving. He stays on his backside. Look, he's still right here on his backside. He's not pushing forward and getting all his weight on his front side. He's staying on his backside. And when he gets to this position, he's now, heels about to get on the ground. Still here, strong position, 60-40. So here, bam, look at all this strong base. You can't break that base. You can't break that base. And then he gets on playing, and boom, he gets to the position. He's going right to the ball. Strong base, balanced, 60 over here on his backside, 40 here. Head didn't move, behind the ball, and then it's finished through. So that's what we want. We want that strong base. We want to be in a phone booth, and that's what's going to make you successful, is the base. So that's it right here for this video that explained the base. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll reply. But I think I explained, one of the best parts about hitting, or the most important part about hitting, and that's the base. That's the lower half. So I want to thank you for watching all the way here. I'm not sure how many people will watch all the way to the end, but if you are that type of person, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'm signing out.